Assalamu alaikum. Today our topic of discussion is Goodbye Mr. Chips, a novel written by James Hilton. This is a novel which is named after the main character, the hero of this novel, whose name is Mr. Chipping. His real name is Mr. Chipping, and he was nicknamed as Mr. Chips. He is the main character, the protagonist, the hero of this novel, Goodbye Mr. Chips, and he was a school teacher, and all the story revolves around his life and life events. So, first of all, I would give you the brief summary of this novel. It starts when Mr. Chips has been retired from his post, but in chronological order, I will lead you through chronological order. Mr. Chips was born in 1848, and he joined Brookfield in 1870. So it means he was almost 22 years old at the time when he joined Brookfield. Brookfield was a very famous school in England, a very well reputed school in England, and its name is Brookfield. And Mr. Chips joined it in 1870 when Mr. Chips was just 22 years old. He started his career. In 1870, the headmaster of Brookfield was Mr. Weatherby. Mr. Weatherby was the headmaster of Brookfield, and he was the person who took the interview of Mr. Chips, and he was a very good and very nice person. He was very kind and very polite person. He was very fatherly person. There is a question comes in your paper about Mr. Weatherby, that who is Mr. Weatherby and what kind of person is Mr. Weatherby. This question comes often in your paper. So Mr. Weatherby was a very good person. He was very nice person. He was very kind, polite, and fatherly, and he even gave advice to Mr. Chips, a piece of advice to Mr. Chips. He advised Mr. Chips to give his best to this institution. So in 1870, when Mr. Chips joined Brookfield, Mr. Weatherby was the headmaster of Brookfield, and in that same year, during the summer vacation of the same year of 1870, during the summer vacation, Mr. Weatherby died. So this is also the main event, that in 1870 Mr. Chips joined Brookfield. In 1870 Mr. Chips met Mr. Weatherby, and in 1870 during the summer vacation Mr. Weatherby died, and a new principal, a new headmaster came in Brookfield. So these were the main events of 1870. Now if we move forward, there is another interesting event which took place in 1870 when Mr. Chips joined Brookfield. It was the first day of Mr. Chips in Brookfield, and what happened when Mr. Chips entered in the class, in the hall, in fact that was a big hall, like we have halls in our schools and colleges. That was a big hall, and that hall was full of 500 boys, 500 students. Like if we have a class of 50 students, or if we have a class of 100 students, but that class, that hall was full of 500 students, and those 500 students were very naughty. They were naughty students, and that hall was full of those 500 naughty students, naughty boys, and they all were ready to attack on Mr. Chips. They were ready to bounce on Mr. Chips, and Mr. Chips was very nervous because it was his first day at that school. in Brookfield. He was quite nervous, and students were very naughty, and they seemed to ready to attack on Mr. Chips, and Mr. Chips was in trouble. So what happened? There was a student in those 500 naughty boys. There was a student whose name was Cooley, Colley, Cooley. Cooley was the student, and he was a very naughty student. And what he did, he dropped a desk lid on the floor, on the ground, just to create noise in the hall. So he tried to create some disturbance for the class, and he tried to create some disturbance for Mr. Chips as well, and he dropped a desk lid on the floor, and it created noise in the hall. That was quite disturbing for the class and for Mr. Chips as well. So that was a test for Mr. Chips, and what he did do, he mentioned that student, Mr. Cooley. He pointed out that student, and he punished him by giving him 100 lines to write. So that was the main event and interesting incident in his first class, that when he entered the first class, it was full of this question also comes in your paper, that what is the first experience of Mr. Chips. How was the first experience of Mr. Chips? So when he entered the class was full of 500 naughty boys, and they were ready to attack on Mr. Chips, and there was a student, Mr. Cooley, and he dropped a desk lid on the floor and created noise, and Mr. Chips punished him by giving him 100 lines. That was the main event. So we started from 1848 when Mr. Chips was born, and now we are in 1870 when Mr. Chips joined Brookfield, and when Mr. Chips met Mr. Weatherby, and when Mr. Weatherby died, and what sort of person was Mr. Weatherby, and after that the main event of the first day at school. Now we move forward. In 1896, when Mr. Chips was, you can calculate, if he was born in 1848, in 1896 he was almost 48 years old. He was 48 years old in 1896. Mr. Chips with his friend went to Lake District. Like in summer we go to Murray or some northern areas, or some valleys. So like that, people in England, they go to Lake District. So Mr. Chips in 1896 with his friend, he went to Lake District in 1896 when he was 48 years old. So what happened there? A very interesting and turning point happened there in this novel. In 1896, Mr. Chips was in Lake District, and he was enjoying his holidays there, and one day he was mounting a mountain, he was hiking, and he saw a girl, and that girl was in trouble, and she was calling someone for help. So Mr. Chips tried to help her, but definitely he was 48 years old and he was not quite young, and so instead of helping her, instead of rescuing her, he was rescued by her. Mr. Chips twisted his ankle, he slipped, he wrenched his ankle, and he fell down on the ground. So that girl came and she rescued Mr. Chips, and she nursed Mr. Chips, and she visited every now and then. She visited on daily basis. She visited Mr. Chips on daily basis on his residence where he was residing and living in Lake District. So that was the main event. Mr. Chips was 48 years old and that girl was 25 years old. There was a huge age difference. It was, in fact, it was not an age difference, it was a generation gap, not age gap. He belonged to the old generation. He had very conservative, quite conservative ideas, old ideas, and that girl was very modern, very liberal, and she had quite liberal ideas. So that was the main, though they both were opposite poles for each other. One was east, other was west, but there was a relationship between them, and with the passage of time, within 7 days, that developed into a very strong relationship, and they got married with each other in 1896, when Mr. Chips was 48 years old and that girl was 25 years old. So these ages you must keep in your mind. This event also comes in your paper as a question, that what was the most interesting event, most beautiful event in this novel, and this is that event when Mr. Chips met Catherine Bridges. Her name was Catherine Bridges, and they got married soon. So these I have discussed almost half of the novel with you. There are some interesting events in this novel, and remaining part of the novel I will discuss tomorrow, or another day on the Monday. I will discuss another remaining part of this novel with you. So the main events in this today's lecture are: one, when Mr. Chips was born in 1848, then he joined in 1870, he joined Brookfield. And what happened? Mr. Weatherby died in 1870, and there was an interesting event of his first day experience in the school. Then in 1896, Mr. Chips met Catherine Bridges and they got married. These are 3 or 4 main events and incidents and questions which come in your paper. Thank you for your cooperation.